It was really good. Like, I never thought that I would be able to connect such deep things to like a story like that. Like, I was talking about making mac and cheese with my friend, and I'm like connecting all these life lessons and stories to it, and it was so easy to piece together.
Wow, talk a little bit more about how you do that.
So it had like these little sections, so you went section by section, and it was like you started with talking about like what the story was going to be and the development of the story, but then it asked you like what was the purpose of that, like why are you talking about this, and it was like, wow, why did I choose this story? And it forced me to think about why I did what I did. And you know, the example that he gave of like I focus on relationships, like it's this deeper meaning, like why did I make mac and cheese with my friend? Why did I feel this way about it? How did it teach me what it taught me? And what life lessons does it connect to? And then it brought it all back to the essay. Like it helped me like piece it back. How do I make this what I want it to be? Like not just a random essay about making mac and cheese, but an actual application essay that has a greater meaning to it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you think you have a renewed confidence in your ability to write in general?
Yeah, like it was, I felt like my writing was boring. Like I've tried writing these essays and it just felt really boring to me. Like it was just, I had good things to write about, like good topics. It's just, it was hard to piece it all together. But then like now I'm gonna try writing the same stories just using this method, because it has this whole connecting a deeper method, like deeper meaning to it. Instead of it being just I'm writing one thing, it's connecting all these pieces together to make it like funny and have a meaning and have really just tell my story.
So if you were telling about SJU, what would you say?
I would say to get it because it's like really helpful. I mean, even though they said it costs like $50, but I would say it's probably worth it because it's like it helps you tell your story in like a unique way. Like it's a lot easier than just like writing it even like doing the piece by piece, like this whole having it next to it, like the whole format really is just really helpful.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what grade would you give this?
Probably an 11.
Can you say it again?
An 11. It's really good.
Great.
I think it'll make the process a little easier and help me really engage my creativity, because just doing it all completely in one essay is kind of difficult, but breaking it into these pieces seems like it enhances my ability to include my creativity in the writing.
Do you think?
I mean, I kind of enjoy writing, but I don't do it typically. Like, it's difficult for me, but the end product I usually feel proud of.
Some people.
And where are you from?
Okay, I'm Faith Davis. I'm a senior at St. Mary's Riken, and I'm a senior this year.
And St. Mary's Riken.
So I've always kind of been like pretty good at writing. Like I always score badly on math and science, and then score good on the math, or not on the math, on the reading and writing portions. And I've always felt that writing came kind of naturally for me, but like when it comes to these essays, we've been working on them in my school, writing the admissions essays, and it's been kind of difficult for me to get a kind of moving story, like emotional, something that like really tells who I am.
So what?
So in school, you kind of learn about like grammar, and you learn about like structure and syntax and all that stuff, but today it was more like an emotional, like a way that connects. Like it wasn't something that you can put like exact rules and definitions to. It's just like feelings and getting that emotional impulse and showing them like really like who I am and making a connection.
Oh wow! So what was the?
We were given like these text boxes, and it said like all these different things. And when we got to like step 3, I think it was telling me about like, it said find, like, what was the purpose of writing this. And there was, in this video, it was talking about, like, he had told this story, this very simple story about going to the Grand Canyon, and then it said what it showed about him was that it showed that he has this real focus on relationships and that he really cares about relationships. And then I thought, well, wow, there's so many simple stories that show who I am as a person, different, deeper, like really deep meanings that show. And it's like I can take a really simple story about making mac and cheese with my friend and show the admissions officer that I'm a person that understands that failure is not the end and that I can be better and lead to success and work with my friends successfully, like after failure. So
that's awesome. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. So I went away to college for a few weeks and I missed my friends a lot. We snapped and all kinds of stuff while I was there, but I had missed them. And so all three of us are rescue squad members. So they're in EMT class and I just became an EMT. And one of my friends got a CPR call, and so we were like, we have to hear about it. And so we were saying we want to have dinner together. So we were like, okay, well, let's have it at Faith's house because it's in the middle. So everybody was coming to my house, and I was like, okay, well, I'll make some dinner for us. And I was going through my recipe books trying to find something that everybody would like. And I chose to make bacon mac and cheese, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And so my friend Trey came over after his soccer practice, and I'm trying to make this mac and cheese, and I kept like messing up stuff, like boiling the water over the stove, and he took a picture of the stove because there was milk all over it. But it was like this whole like really bonding moment between the two of us, because it was like I kept like messing up and then he would like run in and like help me, and it like even though I was screwing up, like he was helping me, and it kind of showed me like how our friendship works and how like, yes, I failed, but in the end, the macaronis tasted really good, and my whole family loved it, and Sydney and Trey loved it, so it was good. So even though like we kept failing, like because he came in and helped me, we were able to like make this successful mac and cheese.
That's really. So do you think that story without SA Dog today?
No, definitely not.
Why do you think SA Dog helped?
It was like
that?
The way that he like gave an example that was this really simple story. I was like, what's a simple story that I've had in my life? And then I thought, maybe that mac and cheese thing was kind of funny. Like we found that kind of amusing. So then I put that in there, and then like the little boxes and stuff. It was like the way that he was giving examples, it like sparked a connection in my mind. Like, oh yeah, and then I was making all these jokes in there, and I was putting it all together, and it was like, wow, this simple essay really shows like who I am as a person.
That's very cool. So one last bit. Do you think, how do you think SA Dog, if at all, is going to affect your writing in the future? Do you feel a little bit more confident, better equipped to write? Yeah,
definitely. Because it's all of my essays. I've always, like, one of the things that I've struggled with, despite like being a good writer, is making that connection, having that emotional touch to it. And this, I think, really helped me be able to have that. And so I think that I'm going to use this more, and even if I don't continue using it after the next like 5 essays, I think that it's going to teach me how to have that emotional attachment in my writing and bring that out so that I can use that for future scholarship essays or for future exam essays or anything really.
One last thing, what grade did you give at SA Dog? I remember you told me that today.
Oh, an 11.
What? Tell me something. You said, what's an 11?
The SA Dog rating. It was very good.
So you would give it an 11 out of 10?
Yes.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Faith, thank you so much.